You're listening to Cool FM. Cool FM is a TVH Group of Networks radio station. Tondo's greatest hits are here. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews Primetime.
Good evening and welcome to koolNews Primetime. I'm Carlo. ACT Teachers Party List Franz Castro maintained that the misuse of taxpayers' money, particularly confidential funds, is an impeachable offense. Castro said this on Friday regarding the possibility that Vice President Sara Duterte may be held liable for the Commission on Audit notice of disallowance issued on the Office of the Vice President CF for 2022, where 73 million pesos of the 125 million pesos was being disallowed. You cannot just act irresponsibly and we will let it slide. There should be accountability. Her misuse of confidential funds is an impeachable offense, Castro said. With use of confidential funds in a time where funds for public service are short, and with her refusal to explain this fund utilization to the public, there is a basis for impeachment. This is not the first time that Castro raised the possibility of Duterte being impeached. In August 2023, Castro said Duterte violated laws when funds were realigned for CFs in 2022. Duterte was criticized by several House representatives, lawmakers later that year, when the chamber was deliberating the OVP's budget for 2024, after it was revealed that a CF provision was inserted in the 2022 budget, despite the original, which was crafted during the time of Vice President Leni Robredo, having no secret fund allocation. Aside from that, it was also revealed that the OVP spent the funds in 11 days only, or from December 21 to 31st, 2022. This CF allocation plus the COA's ND against it was the main topic of the deliberations on the OVP's proposed 2025 budget last Tuesday, where Duterte refrained from directly answering lawmakers' questions. The lawmakers said an ND is already damning enough despite lawmakers supportive of Duterte believing otherwise. Let me just emphasize the absurdity of what the Vice President claims in her accomplishment report. She spent 125 million pesos by holding 132 surveillance activities, where she gave out a total of 99 million pesos in payment and rewards in cash and in kind, presumably to informers, and spent 26 million pesos for travel expenses and safe houses. All during the last 11 days of 2022, including the Christmas and year-end holidays. This story simply does not hold up, Castro said. Castro said the following items in the 125 million pesos of confidential funds were disallowed by COA: reward payment 10 million pesos, payment of reward various goods 34.85 million pesos, payment of reward medicines 24.93 million pesos, payment for tables, chairs, desktop computers, and printers 3.5 million pesos. The following meanwhile were not the subject of the ND: purchase of information 40 million pesos, payment of reward 10 million pesos, rental of other incidental expenses relative to the maintenance of safe houses 60 million pesos, provision of medical and food aid 35 million pesos, and payment of incentives or traveling relative to the confidential information 10 million pesos. According to Castro, the disallowed CF came in the form of rewards, cash, goods, and medicines because the OVP supposedly failed to show proof of the success of the surveillance operations that would merit such payment. Also, the lawmakers said procurement of furniture and office equipment was disallowed because it was not established that the items were purchased for surveillance operations. With these, Castro said it seems Duterte refused to answer queries because it would reveal issues surrounding the Vice President's budget. It's becoming apparent that Duterte was banking on the supposed veil of secrecy around confidential funds to hide her unlawful use of people's money. This is a clear betrayal of public trust, Castro said. We in the Magkabayan bloc stand by our call that confidential funds should be abolished because disciplinary funds are really prone to corruption. Her stonewalling on legitimate questions from members of the House regarding her use of public funds showed all due disrespect for the basic principles of check and balance, transparency, and accountability of public officials entrusted with the people's money, all of which are enshrined in the Constitution that she swore to uphold, she added. Due to Duterte's evasive answers to lawmakers' questions, deliberations on the OVP's proposed budget were deferred, with another hearing set for September 10. Easton concessionaire Manila Water maintains its system losses or non-revenue water below 15% for the first 6 months of 2024, thanks in part to its quick leak response and medical medical monitoring of its water network. Currently, the Easton Water and Wastewater Service Provider manages 5,486.87 kilometers of water network in this concession area. Distribution management includes regular preventive maintenance, cracking down on illegal connections and meter tampering, and swiftly repairing breakages. As of the first half of 2024, the company successfully repaired 198 mainline breakages, all done within 24 hours to curtail impact on customers and minimize water wastage. Furthermore, preventive maintenance activities and emergency repairs are usually done at nighttime to minimize disruption and inconvenience to its customers' daily activities. Having a robust network monitoring system coupled with a competent quick response team and strong community engagement are some of the best tools the company has in combating water loss. We appreciate customers reporting leaks, illegal connections, and meter theft and tampering. These are valuable customer incentives that help the company keep system losses at manageable levels, Manila Water's Corporate Communication Affairs Group Director Jarek Zavilius said. As of June 2024, the company's average NRW is at 30.57%. For June alone, Manila Water's NRW even improved to 12.94% compared to June 2023's performance at 30.92%. NRW is water that is lost due to leaks and illegal connections. Lower NRW means more water to be distributed to more customers. An improvement of just 1% means an additional 80,000 customers get served. Manila Water's current NRW average sits well below the World Bank standard of 21% and is one of the lowest in Asia. And the Commission on Elections is planning to improve its Register Anywhere program for the next elections by tapping more municipalities to participate in the initiative, COMELEC Chairman George Garcia said on Friday. According to Garcia, 50,000 Filipinos have already benefited from the program. The poll body has tapped 170 malls and other institutions nationwide to conduct the program that aims to make voting registration easier and more accessible. Because of this impressive start, in the next registration, we will broaden and improve it, and we have fixed many issues before, so we should know how to improve the RAP, said Garcia in an unabashed interview. When asked about the major concerns that they will improve in the program, the COMELEC chief said they need to reach more municipalities to cater to more voter registrations. The poll body originally instructed capital cities and towns to establish channels for the program.
Alam niyo po, dahil sa napakagandang simulang yan sa RAP, ay sa susunod natin na registration muli, mas palalawakin natin, mas i-improve pa po natin yan. At madami naman po tayo nang naayos patungkol sa mga gusto before kung paano aayusin yung registration and yung program. Kinakailangan kasi hindi lamang available sa mga malls, hindi lang available sa mga malalaking public or private institutions, baka naman kailanganin bumaba pa kami sa level, kung hindi lang sa barangay, sa mga munisipyo. Kasi nakalagay kasi namin doon sa registration anywhere para lang sa capital cities and towns. So medyo, baka naman yung mga lalaking towns or municipalities na may mga kababayan din tayo na hindi nakakapagparehistro sapagkat wala na silang panahon na umabsent sa trabaho o sa klase.
Garcia said that more RAP sites should be added abroad for Filipinos who want to register to vote. He also called on overseas Filipinos to authorize online voting, which they can access through their electronic gadgets. TCOMLEC chief also shared that they have processed around 5.6 million voter applications. He also underscored the importance of improving the numbers of these applications. Voting and participating in electing new leaders is important because everyone should be involved in this. For us to say that the leader is someone I elected, so they are accountable to me, and at the same time, you should also hold accountable those you didn't vote for, he said. There is no extension for the RAP deadline on August 31st, 2024, as the poll body needs to forward these applications to corresponding local COMELEC sites where the applicants are residing. Meanwhile, the voters' registration nationwide ends on September 30, 2024. It is now 9:11 in the evening, and koolNews Primetime will be right back. Welcome back to koolNews Primetime. The Department of Agriculture started Friday, August 30, the controlled trial of the African swine fever vaccines in Lobo, Batangas. The DA considered this vaccination program as a step forward to combat the highly contagious, sorry, contagious, sorry, um, to combat the highly contagious viral disease of pigs, which has already affected the livelihoods of hog raisers in the country. The ACE new strategy includes using controlled and monitored vaccinations to help pigs reach 25 weeks and attain 100 kilograms, providing a new approach to tackling the disease, it said in a statement. Agriculture Assistant Secretary for Swine and Poultry, Constance de Palabrica, who is also a doctor of veterinary medicine, underscored the importance of the vaccination program for the hog population. ASF has severely affected both large integrators and backyard farms. But while larger farms can invest in biosecurity measures, 60% of our hog population and backyard farms struggle with insufficient funding for effective protection, Palabrica said in the same statement. We must embrace innovative solutions like this vaccine to improve outcomes for our hog industry, he added. Agriculture Secretary Francisco T. Laurel Jr. meanwhile said the vaccination program for hogs manifests the government's support to the industry. This effort highlights DA's commitment to safeguard the swine industry and enhance national food security amid the ASF crisis. We're dedicated to support hog farmers and ensure the sustainability of our agriculture sector, he said. The DA said it allocated 300 million pesos for the procurement of 600,000 African swine fever vaccines. On Monday, 10,000 African swine fever vaccines for Vietnam arrived in the country. It is, however, unclear as of writing if the doses that arrived earlier this week are part of the planned total ASF vaccine procurement of the DA. On August 12, Batangas province was placed under a state of calamity due to the spread of the swine fever. As of August 9, at least 40 barangays in Batangas, Lipa City, and towns of Calatagan, Lilan, Lobo, Rosario, San Juan, Talisay, and Tuay reported African swine fever cases. Lobo Town reported that 16 of its 26 barangays logged a sum of 8,818 hog deaths as of July 31st due to African swine fever, which resulted in livelihood losses of 103,338 pesos. The DA has set up livestock checkpoints across Luzon to contain the spread of the African swine fever to ensure that no dead pigs or animals will be transferred from one place to another. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. said Vietnam has expressed support for the 2016 Bureau Award, which favored the Philippines' sovereign claims in the West Philippine Sea. In a social media post following his meeting with Vietnam Minister of National Defense Pham Van Kiang at Malacanan Palace, Marcos said the Philippines' ties with its East Asian neighbor reached greater heights after his talk with the Vietnamese official. Pham paid a courtesy call to Marcos on Friday, August 30. We thank Vietnam for supporting the Bureau Award, Marcos said in a Facebook post. Together, we remain committed to peaceful resolutions, de-escalating tensions, and ensuring that the rule of law and a rules-based international order prevail in our region, he added. Marcos likewise said that Pham's visit serves as further impetus to increase the depth and the range of the Philippines' relationship with Vietnam. He then noted several key developments in the two countries' cooperation in defense, security, maritime, and trade, among others. Pham, for his part, recognized the very good interactions and exchanges between the Philippines and Vietnam, especially the Navy-to-Navy discussions of the two nations. He also acknowledged the Philippines as a responsible member of the Association of East Asian Nations, or ASEAN. And we believe that as a responsible member of the ASEAN community, the Philippines will further play a very active and dynamic role to contribute more to the ASEAN community, he said. The July 2016 Abril Award stemmed from a case filed by Manila in 2013, challenging Beijing's sweeping claims over the South China Sea. The Abril Award invalidated China's 9-claim, which it revised to 10-line in 2023 to incorporate Taiwan and more areas within the West Philippine Sea, as it recognized the Philippines' absolute rights over waters within the country's exclusive economic zone. However, China has been refusing to acknowledge the historic award and continuing its invasion of Philippine domain. China has likewise repeatedly harassed Filipino ships and fisher folks, believing that it owns nearly the entire South China Sea, which overlaps the West Philippine Sea. Now let's get into the headlines from around the world as gunfire, roadblocks, and arson shook a Mexican city that is home to the country's most powerful drug cartels, authorities, and local media said. Vehicles were set on fire Thursday in Culiacan, capital of the northwestern state of Sinaloa, the person of jailed drug kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman and his sons. Gunmen attacked a military patrol on the outskirts of the city, the Sinaloa State Security Secretary reported on social media. Roadblocks were later reported in another district where Ovidio Guzman, one of El Chapo's sons, was arrested in January 2023 before being extradited to the United States. The unrest, as well as a string of recent murders in Sinaloa, followed the dramatic arrest on U.S. soil of a Sinaloa drug cartel boss in circumstances worthy of a crime thriller. Cartel co-founder Ismael Mayo Zambada claimed in a statement released through his lawyer that he had been kidnapped in Mexico and delivered into U.S. custody against his will. Zambada, aged 76, was detained on July 25 along with Joaquin Guzman Lopez, another son of El Chapo, who is serving a life sentence in the United States. Only one of El Chapo's sons accused of cartel links remains free, which is Ivan Archivaldo. The United States has offered a reward $10 million for information leading to his arrest. Joaquin Guzman Lopez is accused by Mexican prosecutors of kidnapping Zambada and taking him on a private plane across the border. Mexico State Prosecutor's Office on Thursday urged U.S. authorities to urgently clarify the legal status and whereabouts of Ovidio Guzman, suggesting his case was linked to Zambada's abduction. It said in a statement that Ovidio Guzman was taken out of U.S. prison on July 23, 2 days before the arrest of his brother and Zambada. The U.S. Ambassador to Mexico, Ken Salazar, said on July 26 that Ovidio Guzman remained in U.S. custody without elaborating on his whereabouts. Experts, including former U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration agent Mike Vigil, suspect that Guzman Lopez gave up Zambada in exchange for benefits for himself and his brother, Ovidio. Zambada appeared in a Texas court this month in a wheelchair and pleaded not guilty to charges of drug trafficking, money laundering, and conspiracy to commit murder. Guzman Lopez was transferred to Chicago, where he denied drug trafficking charges. And finally, in showbiz entertainment happenings, the Swiss city of Basel will host next year's Eurovision Song Contest from May 13 to 17, organizers announced Friday, August 30. The mostly German-speaking city on the Rhine River, bordering both France and Germany, was selected over Geneva in the face-off that generated buzz and anticipation across Switzerland. The government council is delighted with the decision and sees hosting the world's largest music competition as a great opportunity, Basel City Council said in a statement. Basel will do everything in its power to be a good host. The Alpine country won the right to host the annual Disney Song and Dance Extravaganza, which draws hundreds of millions of viewers worldwide. Up to Swiss singer Nemo won the contest 868 edition in May in Sweden. Swiss puppet broadcaster SRG said the selection of Basel and the Street Jacob Chow Indoor Arena was made based on criteria including the host's suitability to host the event, sustainability and safety issues, funds made available, and creative ideas for the site events. Nemo was the first Swiss winner since 1988, when Canada's Celine Dion competed under the Swiss flag. The song contest is organized each year by the European Broadcasting Union, which is based in Geneva, with dozens of participating broadcasters. Brussels City Council cited an EBU study that found this year's contest in the Swiss city of Malmö reached more than 160 million TV viewers and over 80 million YouTube users around the world. It said the advertising value of the event was estimated to be 805 million euros or $892 million. Switzerland hosted and won the first edition in the southern city of Lugano in 1956. And that concludes the koolNews Primetime for tonight. As always, thank you so much for joining us to start off with your tonight's headlines. And if you have any feedback that you want to share, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And join us again for your run-up of news headlines tomorrow with koolNews on Hello Filipinas. Until then, I'm Caro, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night.